Zoe. Say hi to my fans. Sorry it's dark. The lighting is not
cheesy.
Alright, Auntie. Like a lion today. It's amazing. I've never seen anybody drive that crazy. Yes, they're twins. Hi. Okay. All right. It's so good to see fans from the UK. Say hi to my fans. Champagne. Wow, that is amazing. That was amazing. People love to be on camera, they just don't want to admit it. Yeah, I know they do. It's a champagne celebration, I guess. Okay, so I'm here with my UK fam.
Hey, in Lagos, Nigeria.
The Brady Bunch of Naija, UK.
Okay, well, can you tell us what led you to making the decision to come to Nigeria?
A lot of different things.
Okay.
I just happened to just get a ticket for 10 days 2 years ago, and to see how it was. I never been to Nigeria. I was born here, but I was never actually lived here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. And I really enjoyed the stay I had. That kind of prompted me to come back. So you're my mom's side of the family technically, and I never met my dad's side of the family. So it was so good to see people I never saw before in my life. And this one cousin looked just like my brother, and I'm like, this is like, you look just like my brother. And it was just exciting to see that. Wait, I have family that I never known before. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know who I'm gonna marry, and it might not opportunity of coming back to the U.S. It might not happen because when you marry to a man's family, typically you have to go with what they kind of do. And then if I don't know it, I won't be comfortable saying, "Oh, babe, I know exactly where we're gonna go." I have to figure things out. So I really wanted to know for myself, not because I was married or when my kids know. I know before all that happens. So that was kind of initially prompt me. And then I was like, okay, I have an education. I have my undergrad degree. I have my master's degree. So it's not that I'm missing out on education before I come to Naija. So I knew that at least that part of my life was fulfilled. But I was really satisfied in the U.S. I was get up, go to work, go to sleep, have fun. But it was just like, what else is there to do other than this? I wasn't settled. So I was like, okay, let's just see what Naija can offer me. So when I came, during that 2 months, I said, okay, God, if you want me to come back, it was more of a spiritual journey for me. But I don't talk about that too much. But I said I need to have a place to stay, I need to have a car, I need to have a job, and all three of those things lined up without me even spending any money on it. So it was like, at the end of the day, if you don't know who you are, where you're from, who are you and where you're from? Like, when they asked me, I was like, I'm Nigerian. Even if I can't even tell you anything about it. I knew that I was Nigerian. I can't get. And then I get here, and I was like, what state are you from? I'm like, now I'm just opposite, like, well, technically, my family is from Osun State, but I am, I grew up in Virginia. It's such a big deal here. And
what were your expectations of Nigeria, and were you shocked or
pleasantly surprised?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I'm a psychologist by profession, so I'm always analyzing things. So it's not that that's why I probably was able to live here and not be so uptight, because I'm like, this is their thinking, this is their culture. Like for me, the most hard for me is to understand how to relate to Nigerian people coming from America, like how even to work at my job. How to respond. And I used to say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, mom, yes, mom, yes, all these cultural things that I don't relate to at all. Like, is that necessary? So expectations, I don't know. I don't know if I had expectations. I was really scared to come because it was my first time living away from home. Yeah. I always lived near home, at least I left. But my friend Brittany was the only one who was like, you got to do this. Like, you don't got no money, don't worry. Just pack your stuff. Your parents can send it later. Like whatever you can't have, it's okay. Like just do it. And she was really supportive of me coming here. So I knew I needed to get closer to God. So before I came, I took a 1.5 year course. It's called Queen Esther in the U.S. Where every Thursday women get together. It was like a book and it goes through the women of the Bible. So it was like it just took my level of God. Like I was in the box, I had him in the box, and now it's like anything's possible. So even though I'm a psychologist by trade, I got here and was like, wait, what can I do? Like I can do anything I want to physically do, anything in the world. Like if I went out here, I'm not saying I want to do this and want to do that. Like whatever God puts me, like wherever it is, I mean, because my job right now, I love my job. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I would never think that I could do something like this, but it was awesome to know that, okay, this is the next level. So I got this, I can get something better than this. So I'm constantly challenging myself. So expectation-wise, I don't know if I had expectation in Nigeria. I just knew I had a really good time when I was here. So it's like, it's only not, and the thing about it is not only Nigerians here, especially about what I want to do, as far as work-wise, there's all kinds of people here. You just have to see them. You have to be around them. You have to connect with people that's outside of just Nigerian people. So you meet all kinds of people. International. Exactly. So all right. So we know the UK and the American is here. When you order pizza, and it's all stack. And what else? The American ones. Wings. Yeah. That's what we do. We gotta go. That's what we do. Where's my coffee? My answer today. Do you love Nigeria more than you love the U.S.? I was like, I mean, that's not a question to answer. You know, it's like saying that. Do I love where I grew up, my family? Of course, I'm gonna love America. It's not because it's America. It's because this is what I know and familiar with. Because a lot of people live in Nigeria and don't want to leave Nigeria because this is what they know and they're familiar with. So that's not the question I can answer you. I can just tell you that if I get bored and like if nothing happening after 2 or 3 years, okay. But I can't. There's no time limit on how I want to stay here because I can't time that. So it's just whatever happens, and I'm prepared for either way. Yeah. And so lastly, I'll probably just answer to that too. Another thing, as I was here for 7 months, and I have parents are getting older, you know, and I know they want to probably come to retire here and all that, and I have the opportunity to give them what they need. They don't have to send money to auntie, uncle to do something for them. I'm here, so you better take advantage of the situation while I'm here, because I want to do whatever I can for you to set you up for what you want to do in Nigeria. So whatever you need, contact me now while I'm here. I can do it for you, and that's one of my other goals and things. Like, okay, I can do this for my dad. I can do this for my mom. Whatever they need to do, let's get it done now, because nobody else is coming here. Nobody else is going to do this. Yeah. So if you don't use me as that vessel, then you know, you might be missing an opportunity. Exactly. Because I can't tell you if I'm going to. This can be I can be here just for you to get this done. I can meet an American guy in Nigeria and we can just go back to it. You just don't know. That's right. I mean, I just don't know what can happen. People, because people ask me too, like, are you here to get married? Are you here to get married? Like, that would be nice. That'd be nice. It'd be great, but that's not the. I mean, it'd be nice, but that's not. You know, I can't base my life off of that.
Is there any question that we should have asked you that we have not asked you yet? really.
I don't know. I got all kinds of questions. I had on my blog wanted to know like how was working in Nigeria compared to the U.S.
I was working. That's a big one.
Like hands down, professionalism is definitely a winner in the U.S. Yes. Like it's just what it is. There's rules and regulations, and that's why America's America, because they have rules and regulations, and it trickles down to everything else. They want to be professional here, but they're too busy worrying about respect and culture, and you can't put the two together. It's formal and informal. We're in a formal environment, we're trying to do informal stuff, and it doesn't work that way.
Show that respect to everybody.
Exactly. I feel like the person sweeping the floor should agree as the person that's on the building. Period. And it goes a long way. People are not going to be working out of fear. They're working out of respect.
Yeah, that's right.
Not because at me or query me. I learned that this is my job. You get queried. It's like a big deal. I'm like. So I just, you know, if I know the person that owns that building, I'm getting the job. You know, but unfortunately with that. America does the same. They do the same thing, but if you can't if you can't perform, you'll get laid off. Like you can't stay in that position. Here it's like, okay, well, you know, this is you're gonna patch them up. You're patching them up. It's professional. I'll ask the questions. I do what I need to do, but then you respond to me improfessionally, and I don't know how to reply to that. Like I never got yelled at by a boss. Like, why are you doing that? I don't even know what that means. Like it's strange. It's strange behavior. I mean, there's mean bosses, but it's mean. There's a different kind of mean. It's me like, okay, you need to get these things done, pile your papers up, and you do it. Not me, you're like, hope they're gonna not yell at you when you walk in the door. You know, I don't know. Maybe they probably have that in America, but I just never experienced that kind of behavior as far as when it comes to working. But
people don't tolerate that. That's bullying at work.
Exactly, and you can harassment. And if I feel like I'm afraid of my boss, I mean, you can leave the job, but here's like. It's all like that. That boss is turns your head,
feeds you,
but I just seeing that it can be improved, and it just can be improved. If I ever owned a business here or something like that, I just know I wouldn't want to run it like that. Yeah. I mean, and if employees don't understand how I'm running it, I just have to keep getting new employees because it's a mindset. Yeah. It's the people that's allowing that to happen. It's just the people are always doing. No, but just be confident. If you're confident in what your answer, this is what I think it is. Yeah. No disrespect, but I mean, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, that's right.
And you should respect my confidence in the position. Then those are the kind of employees I would like to have.
Yeah, very good. This is not a question for you, but it might be a question for you. And the question is, does anyone else in this room have a question for Jibola?
Driving in Lagos especially is quite known to be quite hectic. Did you take another driving test to adjust to the driving here, or were you straight off the bat confident?
Funny enough, people like I'll be in the car. I got chauffeured around a lot. And then I was talking about getting my car together and doing my car thing, getting my cars together, and they're all like, "You can't drive in Lagos. You drive. You can't drive in Lagos. You can't get." I looked at them like, "You don't know me. Don't let my accent, my smile, or being a female fool you. I'm going to get to A and B if I need to because I can't afford a driver. And where I'm from, there's no drivers for you, so you got to learn yourself. And I'm going to learn the roads." And so a lot of people kept on being negative about it. I'm like, I kind of almost took it in. And I was like, no, I'm taking that back. And I saw my cousin drive. She's a woman, so if she can drive, then I can drive. It's just what it is. And funny enough, no, I didn't take a test. Literally, I didn't. All you got to do is you have money. You give an extra $10K, $12K on top of that $5K that you're supposed to pay for your driver's license, and you got a license. And I got my license, and so I just had somebody in the car with me. That was I would have people in the car with me. Now I'm getting confident to actually even use GPS, ask for directions, like, okay, I've been this way before, and getting lost. Like, you don't get lost, you're not going to really know your way. So make sure you have a lot of gas before you get lost, and make sure it's in the daytime before you get lost. But I just been challenging myself. I'm like, I ask bikes or people that I think that won't be too sketchy, and I practice with them like, okay, in my accent, I'm trying so hard to say, how do you get to this road? It's like a blue building. But I will say this too. A lot of people ask for directions, and so people on the street always are really nice to give you directions. Like when you ask the directions, they're like, okay. Okay, so if you want to go, you have to just go straight. You see a small road, you just go like this. And when you see DHL, you act as if you're now going inside, but don't go inside. You turn around, all the way around. You now see, you take left, you take right, you take left. Literally, by the time we got to DHL, we were like, this is what you
possibly the last question. What were your hopes and dreams and aspirations while you were in the States? And has that changed since you came to Nigeria? And in what way?
That's probably why I came to Nigeria, because my hopes and dreams and aspirations weren't being fulfilled in America. I wanted to be in my career. I wanted to, have property. But then I didn't want to do so much on my own independently that now I gotta,
get somebody to fit
in my lifestyle, and I had to think about the bigger picture as far as a woman and what I want to be when it comes to my future. So something blocking me from achieving what I wanted to achieve. And as I look back at it, it could all because of me coming to Nigeria. If I had a house, if I had a car, if I had a child, I would never come to Nigeria. Never would I leave that kind of situation. So I hope I answered those questions.
Yes.